Hey guys, welcome back, it's Lucid, and we've got another turn here for you in friggin' Allstars. And it is turn 60, I think, something? 59. So, yeah, some things... Well, mostly things didn't happen this turn. However, the end of last episode, if y'all missed it, the Elves and Grippazon, they were about to draw blood against each other. In fact, they had started raiding, but they have stopped, and yeah, they're going to be attacking us now. So shit. I went through like the pros and cons of it from their perspective, because I think the major downside of them attacking us now is that Elves not ready to help them. The other downside of attacking us now is that we're basically ready. We went through the matchup, and it seems like we're going to do fine. A lot of the important spells they're going to need to get off in combat are going to be very slow to get off, either because they have to Sabbath into it, or because they're spell singers, and maybe also have to, communion into it, maybe even with crystal matrices or something. That was one thing we didn't mention last episode, was that the Elves can do crystal matrices reasonably cheap because they have master smiths. So, yeah. I think we're going to spank them. And, yeah, but let's... we had done some other thing. I was worried the risky move was this. And I moved my army on top of Satalis, a little worried that they might break out, because really this is not the A team. This is like the D team, right? Everybody's super afflicted, and it's just not a great look for everyone, basically. Basically is what it is. But we didn't pop it. We had 620 siege strength, so they must have at least 100-something siege defense in here. So it's only 500 wall integrity. So we'll have to figure out what we do. But... feeling like we YOLO pretty hard here. Feeling like we do it. Because the thing is, if we can kill this army, it'll include killing his god and some other things, but if we can kill it... I think his god is an oracle, by the way, which is not a terribly hard chassis to kill. But if we can do it, that will basically be the end of Satalis. And we might need to think even about moving a force on top of this fort. I want to get them killed before this next war starts. Not only because, well, it'll be one less thing for us to worry about, but I also want to get this freaking cancer disease dominion out of here. And as soon as we take their last fort in their last province, that will be done. I need to ask Elves when they can take these forts. And maybe I take this one for them, or something, and then give it to them. We also are totally in a position we could throne rush. We have we're claiming this throne because it's going to give us gold per turn, and we like gold a lot. And it's going to spread candles, which we don't like this dominion very much, so we're going to do that. It's also going to like set off alarm bells for Elves and stuff, like, oh, they could throne rush, but I think Elves is going to chill for a bit. And underwater can't really get to us, and we're already fighting the other people. So, yeah. We also want to come in here and take this Throne of Fortune and get that luck scale. Our god this turn, I'm not totally sure what to do. There's a few things we have to do in preparation. One thing is we're going to need... and actually, I think we do... I think we make a Starshine Skullcap here, too. We're going to need Astral Gear for these guys. And we're also going to need... excuse me. We're also going to need, like, a couple more of the pin items, like Eyes of the Void and things. We empowered this guy in water. He's making a Rune Smasher. I'm not actually sure when, how, if we use that, because getting up to the critical level of Astral is actually going to be pretty tough. Where we would have leftover slots to like hold a Rune Smasher. We're also going to have to... Actually, you know what I think we do with our god here? I think we make a Banner of the Northern Star. And this is expensive. It's 25 gems, but I think we do that. And maybe I can do that with a hammer. Because we're also probably going to want to make like a ring of sorcery or something. Or maybe a ring of wizardry if we're feeling really... well, I don't even know if we can, actually. We lost that path in Astral, which sucks when we called our god back. So with the hat and the coin, we're only going to be up to 6, which will only be enough to do the ring of sorcery, I think. So that's a bit of a bummer. Yeah. But our astral income's really high. But our god has a lot of things we need them to do. One of the things we need them to do is to come in here and take this by spamming earth elementals. They're going to be accompanied by a Shaitan, most likely. Or, yeah, I don't want to get I don't want to get a Melkort stuck down here. But a Shaitan, sure, why not? But we can't do that this turn because it's going to be at least 2 turns, maybe 3. I don't want it to be 3. We'll try to not make it 3. We're going to have to probably do a little bit of min-maxing here with who we set to researching and whatnot. I think we kind of need a lot of our mages to hang tight this turn. Because we really are going to need research. Like, we kind of need to hit 2k research this turn. That way we have a little bit of flexibility next turn. These guys all summoned imps. We're probably close. Yeah, we're pretty close. And these guys are going to go on top of the fort. So basically our mission for this turn is we need to bring enough stuff on top of this fort that we feel comfortable storming it. It's got the Oracle. It's got some other things. As sad as it is, I think we do bone grinding again. We'll see if he has the counters. But the risk... There's just too many risks to not doing it. Like he could have a Storm Staff and he could do Crown of the Magi and do turn 1, like a fast casting turn 1 Fog Warriors. I don't think he will, but he could. And we want to prevent that. Oh, we didn't go through all the turn events. So we cast Raven Feast, cast Voice of Apsu. We found this is a water astral site. We summoned a bunch of Shaitan. We lost a few guys to Horrors. This is Lanterns coming back to fuck with us. We tried to corrupt this guy, and this we actually got pretty unlucky. We should have totally won this. Right, so he's got a Demon Bane, and should just smack the dog shit out of him. Right? Shaitan missed the White Mage. Wait, what the hell? How does Ethereal negate damage? Oh, because we're Ethereal. We negated the repel damage. And he hit us and chopped off our arm with a quarterstaff. I don't even know how that's possible. How do you knock off somebody's arm with a quarterstaff? But then we lost our Demon Bane, and we were scripted to attack, and so now we're attacking with our fist, and we die. It's kind of annoying. I should have had him to incinerate, but anyway. Didn't find a commander. This is on top of the Mammon Fort, and then we corrupt a Druid, which is nice, and then we kill a Druid. So, that's fine. And, yeah, this is them raiding back. We stormed this fort. This is the one we basically trapped the Cap army in the Cap, so we could safely take this. And there's nobody home, and we stormed this one. And this is the one we put a trap on the outside, where if he moved all these guys in, we would steal them. But we can't really do that. So that's a little annoying. Anyway, I think those are the happenings. We got attacked by like 1 million indies. And sadly here, where I was expecting it because the knights were coming, the PD ended up routing my Shaitan, which I didn't honestly expect. So that's annoying. We're sending the Shaitan back in. There's somebody to cast Iron Warriors on him, and then he should go to town on them. Yeah, I mean, he should... It's a little unfortunate. I probably had a bit too much PD. I hardly had any PD, actually. I'm not exactly sure how this routed him. And maybe it's the commander dying, I'm not sure. It shouldn't route him. He should have a separate HP pool. And, you know, he had a flesh eater and stuff, too, so he just had to get hit. That was pretty unfortunate. And it's a pretty high-income province, too, so that's annoying. We're also starving here, too. So, attack orders with Grippazon goes out next turn. We also, by the way, got a message from the Elves. They said, we are ending our nap with you, and attacks can occur on 62. So, yeah, we actually have a while to the Elves attack. This is actually really, really, really good news, because they're not going to be attacking at the same time, so I can potentially, you know, knock a stool leg out from under one of them. Also, it's going to mean we're going to have Blood 8, which means life for life, which I wasn't really thinking I need life for life versus these guys so much, but versus these guys, having them raid all of my provinces with little elves, it will be super nice. Super duper nice. Or versus these guys. So, you know, it'll be very easy to set these guys up as little Sabbath communions and have them scripted to do life for life, which we'll do. I probably should get another Blood Hunter. I need to get another Blood Hunter out here. We can move them in a turn or two. We can probably make some more Sanguine Dowsing Rods, but... So that's really good news, that they're going to be attacking us a couple turns later than these dudes. Yeah, pretty stoked about that. So for our god, this turn we chill. What's our research up? Because I think I've assigned most of the people. We're right close to 2,000. And hopefully with the new mages we get next turn, we're going to have to deploy some of our mages. But hopefully we'll have Blood 8 turn after, which means next turn my god can deploy underwater with somebody else, like a Shaitan or something, and we can hit this, steal it, and then claim it, and at the same time do 3 red seconds on it. And then it will be ours, which will be glorious. And nobody's going to easily take it from us. They would have to, like, astral travel or something, which is going to be pretty hard for them to do, and they probably don't have the tech. So, yeah, we'll be in a pretty good way. But anyway, once my god is here, we might have to also build a lab. And if we build a lab, then we're going to jump right over here to where we have the cedar pillars with the enchantment bonus. And the turn we get here, we will either... Oh shit, my god might have to wait another turn claiming the throne. Unless I send a... Maybe I just send a Melkort. I need to see if I can... Let's check real quick. Can we... Let's see if we can... All right. Can we blood sacrifice underwater? All right, let's build a temple and a lab. And let's give him some slaves. We can. Okay, maybe we commit one of these guys underwater. Unfortunately, it's going to be mostly permanent. We can maybe send Horror and get him to cast Returning and get out that way. We are going to be high enough in blood. Unfortunately, our god would have to cast it, but I think that's okay. I think we're going to send an Air Melkort then. Because that way it'll save a turn. Our god doesn't have to sit here and claim that turn. It'll be real nice to have to get rid of one of our misfortune scales. So, and he can just sit there and blood sacrifice and stuff later. So, going back to the game, our god, once they clear that out with the Air Melkort, I need to make sure he has a good weapon. Like maybe we make a firebrand for him too, so he can chop through the undead a little better. Oh, we have one. So, yeah. That turn, next turn they go here. Turn after, God teleports here. We then probably put up Galegate. And after that, we start saving for Dark Sky, which will probably go up shortly thereafter. And then they're really not going to be able to fight us. But the thing is, we kind of want Dark Sky to not be put up preemptively. We want to put up Dark Sky, ideally, when they're on top of a fort with a bunch of Shaitan in it. So we're going to try to engineer that, if we can. If we can. There's a palisade going up here, which means this is yet another place that we're going to be able to... the temple. And our Dominion is starting to do crazy Dominion things with... You know, it didn't exactly inflect up this turn, but this is still pretty good. A lot of this still is going into land that we already own, but it's going to, I think, continue until the game closes out, one way or the other. Because we're going to just put out an enormous amount of Dominion pressure. It's going to be truly unbelievable. Yeah. So things are looking pretty darn tootin' all right. Pretty darn all right. Trying to think if there's much else to cover. This is our guy who's probably going to go underwater. We actually probably don't even need to change his gear. I think I had taken the Ring of Returning off and put it on somebody I was going to sneak over here. I think I actually don't want to do that. I think it was this guy. I was going to sneak him over here. We want to see their glamored units, but we can't unless we have Spirit Sight. So I wanted to see these dudes. They could also be stealthy, so we can't, if we don't see them, we can't really rely on that. But anyway, I think they moved from here to here. I think the first turn of the war... I don't know. I think, like, all this land isn't very valuable. It's all, like, super low. We blood hunted it into the ground. I think we can kind of let them run at us a little bit. Like, we're not in a hurry. I think we just want to take a good fight. Maybe we try to steal some of their dudes with Shaitan before we run into them. But one option we could do, because this is a pretty predictable move for the first turn of the war, is put a big trap here. So, we'll see. I don't really know what they're going to do. I expect they're... I mean, they may also come over here and march for this. We kind of need to build... I think the other thing I really need to do... And sadly... I mean, making the banner... I think will take a god turn. It has to be Astral 4. I only really need 1. But... yeah... I really need to... We need to do another round of alchemy, I think. We need money. We are really short on money right now. Because I need to get these temples built. We need to build a temple here. We are building a temple here this turn. This place has a temple, which is nice. We need to get a temple built here as well. And we need to build a temple here. So... yeah, a lot of infrastructure that needs to go up. All things, good problems to have because they're associated with winning. And then hopefully we're going to need a temple for this. So, I don't know. It'd be nice to be able to sneak one turn of alchemy in. But to continue with the god theme, we're going to hit this, go down here, cast Galegate. Probably the next turn we steal Earthblood Deepwell. And then probably the turn after that we steal Riches from Beneath. And that will give us a big income boost. And we'll have all the globals. Like right now we have almost none. So... well, see, I feel kind of bad about it. Maybe I fight these guys without doing it. We'll see how it goes. But I feel bad because they've been super friendly. I mean, they are declaring war on us. But I don't know. They've just been so friendly all game. I hate stealing their globals. But I mean, they did declare war on us. Maybe we should send them a funnier message. We sent them, we wish peace could have lasted, but wish you luck in the worst to come. I think we can do something funnier. Hide your women, hide your children, hide your husbands. The elves are... we don't want to use the R word. So we'll just say stealing everything up in here. Or attacking everyone up in here. Okay, what else? We have been quite nice neighbors. We shall remember your good deeds and be happy to return to peace. Should you prefer, should you prefer it? We'll just say that. In the meantime, we'll hide our women. Hustle the men off to the armory to be equipped with weapons. And ready ourselves, equipped. And ready ourselves for a great elfing. Good luck. Okay, so we'll see. We're gonna make up our mind if we try to steal their globals. There's a pretty good chance we will, because I mean, honestly, we just don't know how to spend our Earth. We have so much Earth, and if we steal it, I still don't know what we're gonna do with it. But we can. I mean, having riches from beneath would be good, not because we need resources, not even because we have a lot of resources, but just a 20% income boost would be huge. It's like almost 1,000 gold. And with really high Dom push, which we have pretty good, it'll, help with that a little bit. So we'll see. We'll see. The other thing, too, we probably might want to time it after Galegate, because there's a very good chance Galegate's going to have to knock one of these down. So, there's that. There's that. They also had forgot to send us nature gems for like 3 turns. So they sent us this turns plus the 3 turns they've forgotten. Hopefully they remember while we're still fighting. It's going to be annoying to have to remind them while we're actually fighting. So, one second, my dogs are... So, anyway, we'll have to decide. I think we're going to have most all the gear ready in time. The only thing I'm not sure about is the Ring of Sorcery, because again, it's like our god turns are super important now. Maybe he cast one too many Raven Feasts, which is not a great use of a god turn. I mean, it's nice when there's nothing to do, but we had other things we could have been doing. I'm also not super thrilled about teleporting this guy here. I was thinking we'd get mind hunted more, but I guess we're not. So we'll see. Having these boosters available to somebody else would be pretty valuable. We also might want to get a few of these silver adepts of the Silver Order just to try to roll an Astral 3. Even the Astral 2s are going to be nice because they can wear a Starshine Skull Cap, unlike our Malakwi, so we'll see. But we also need to get... Oh, the other thing is there's a fair amount of micro we're doing getting these healers moved around to places where, like one's coming down here where they're meeting a Shaitan that's diseased. We got 2 Shaitan healed this turn. These 2 were diseased the previous turn. So that's working pretty well. We got another one coming out. There's a bunch of diseased units. We're going to try to heal some of them. Though I'm sure some cannot be saved. So we'll see. But I think the big thing for this turn is bringing enough stuff to kill everything in here. And I think the way to do it is Oh, shit. It probably means moving a Malakwi on top. Yeah, I think it means teleporting a Malakwi on top. That's what it means. Crystal coin. What is this one doing? A Starshine Skullcap. We can have somebody else do that later. Let's, I think we're going to send the Malakwi in and do... And this turn... Well, will he ride out? I don't know. We'll probably give him enough gems in case he does ride out. But we're going to basically just do turn 1 Fog Warriors. And that will be that. We'll probably give him a bit of a better script. But I think we're just going to set up the bone grinding again. And I mean, this should, all things considered, be an easier army. There's problems with this, though. Like, our HP's pretty low on a lot of these guys. Like, they're not really set up to survive. I don't know. There's a decent chance we basically have to handle this in waves. But I think we're going to come in, bone grinding the stuff inside. And hope that HP routes them. I mean, we could also potentially put up Wailing Winds and try to make them run from that. We'll have enough Blood Slaves to also do Blood Rain. So maybe we bring enough Blood Slaves to also put up Blood Rain, and then we'll have Wailing Winds if he doesn't Magic Duel us. And, yeah, and that will be glorious. But we should knock down the wall this turn. And then we'll Storm, we'll have Bone Grinding, we'll have Wailing Winds and Blood Rain. I mean, honestly, I might not need others. Well, he'll have pretty good morale. The other thing that's nice is we got a temple and lab set up here. So we started making these shaman, or the bone readers. Really hoping for an air random. We got our palisades under construction. Basically, you know, just good shit. There are some... I need to talk to El Shu, because if I take this throne, I win. I could take it. Like, almost guaranteed. I could take this army, I could move it on top and take it. Thing is, I'd probably have people start suiciding into me, like the underwater would suicide some shit. I also don't want to throne rush. Like, I actually want to fight everybody. It's more fun when you lose, when you fight and you get beat, than when somebody just, like, oh, you know, I run an attack. So, not only do we not want to do it, there's also some weird failure modes here, where we lose, like with these guys teleporting on top. I also have told Satalis, or El Shu, that this would be theirs. And so I don't like breaking my word. And if I tell them they're going to get both these thrones, they're going to get both these thrones. I told Grippazon they were going to get this one. They were going to get it. But now that they want to go to war, they don't want it. And they want to take it, I guess, naturally. They don't want to cheese me for it. So, anyway. It would be nice, by the way, to do... do we have Plague of Locusts? We need to be Blood 5. We actually can cast it if we had enough Blood Slaves. It'd be real nice to get these candles down over here. It may be worth it, actually. Right now we're summoning 3 Shaitan. Maybe we chill on the Shaitan. And we have Holmes, who doesn't really have a great thing to do this turn. We load him up with Armor of Souls. And we let him do Plague of Locusts. And they also can't get disease because they're demons. And that will get some of this, like, ridiculously high candles out. Because it's going to take us a while to get rid of Tin Dominion. These guys are actually going to be kind of my most effective tool to get rid of that. And we can have them run around and help clean up some of this Dominion. We're going to patrol out some of the unrest here, too. So, I think basically we're going to let him come into us, and we'll be kind of defensive. We're going to have a lot of our really good globals going up. And the most important thing is just dealing a lethal blow with just the ragtag band that's left behind here. That's just going to be really important. And as much as I don't like bone grinding, I think everybody here's already got limps and afflictions and stuff, so I think we're just going to do it anyway. Yeah. We'll have most of these guys who got diseased, we'll have them jump into communion as a slave, and hopefully we can get a heal on them and some regen and get them all healed up tip-top, which would be real nice. So we'll see. We will see. I think we seduce a few more guys here too this turn. There's not a great reason not to. Not a great reason not to. So that's basically it, guys. The game is looking very much in pocket. And yeah, I guess that's what happens when you just decisively win a 2v1 like that. Normally getting 2v1 is bad, but in this case, it just threw the game to us. Anyway, we've talked about that though. I'm not sure what to forge with these guys. It's possible. I don't think we need more lanterns. But I have to think. I don't know if the answer is more long dead production right now. Our long dead production, if we look at graphs real quick, is starting to go nuts. Like, we've almost doubled our army in the past couple turns. So, that's good. That's really good. We'll have to worry about dryads infiltrating and stuff. I probably should honestly have one guy here patrolling. Catch any sneaking dudes. And we'll have to... The next turn we'll be able to get... I guess we can't do leech yet. We could do leech, but I don't know if how effective we'll be. I'm a little worried about catching a thug and having them come kill us. So... Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what this guy's going to be used for either, too, because we've filled up 2 of his body slots with cursed items. It'd be real nice that, because he's nature 4, it would be super awesome to give him... Don't I have another... Where do I put my other pan? Yeah, this guy's nature 3. But he's also got a cursed item. It'd be really nice to have one without a cursed item, but I guess it was worth it for Grand Theft Piggy. But I think that's it, guys. I think that's it. I think things are going better than we could have hoped for. And with that, we'll see you next time.